Thank you for joining me here today, and what a beautiful day it is. I had to become a theologian to try and understand why it was that God was calling me to consecrate the Eucharist and the Catholic Church was prohibiting it. Being a priest is, yes, vitally important in the Eucharist, but also in their preaching and bringing people closer to God. And I would like to share an experience with you that I had. I went to Mass the other morning and I was feeling rather challenged. Life's challenges were bearing down on me. And after I took the host and I came back to the pew and I knelt down, and as I was kneeling, the singer started to sing a song, and the music was beautiful, and she sang quite quietly, and a vision came into my mind, and this beautiful scenery came before me with mountains, very huge mountains, beautiful blue lake, and trees all around me. And I was sitting under a tree. You know, when perhaps you have many worries and when you're sitting, you hug your knees to yourself. And I was bowing my head because I was obviously very worried about things in my life. Through this music, I was transported to this place. And I was thinking to myself as I was hugging my knees, what a sinner I was. As I looked around me at the majesty of the mountains, of the glory of the water, of the beautiful trees and the clouds, and I thought, I am not worthy of this. I am a sinner. There are things in my life that I want to do better. And God knows I try, but I thought to myself as I sat there, why does God think I'm worthy? How could God create such beauty, such majesty for me, though I am not worthy of it? God has created this for me to see, for me to enjoy, for me to have a sense of wonder of our beautiful God. And I realized the great love that God actually has for us in doing that. Although unworthy, God still wants us to be a part of this beautiful world. God still thinks of us as good. God only sees the good. It was overwhelming. And I felt such a sense of not only gratefulness, but somehow God's love for me is as natural as all of the universe that God created. That God does love us as much as all creation, though we may feel unworthy. God still loves us. And because of that love, that overwhelming sense of love, then I can go on knowing that God still loves me and cares for me, and that God will continue to help me. It was a beautiful thing. I'm not afraid to speak of my spiritual experiences with God. It is that feeling, that presence of knowing and understanding that God is with us, despite us being sinners. For we are human, are we not? But to have such a grace, to have such a gift, to be forgiven, and not only to be forgiven, but to be understood, to be understood, that God knows, that God knows. And as long as we are still trying, then we can get up. And I could stand up. That's what I wanted to be able to do, was stand up and truly believe that I am a part of all of this and that God does love me and that I can go on and God will be with me always, always. And so it is with you. Embrace the spiritual experiences that you have with God because they are precious. They are a gift. You know, they truly are. We might be able to read it in the words we might be able to read the words in the gospel and listen to them from the priest, but it's a wonderful, wonderful gift to be able to experience it as well and have been given that grace. Pray to God and you will find it. Pray to God, stay close to God, and never forget that God loves you, that God has promised you, I will love you with an everlasting love. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.